Onto this story now. Convicted murderer Oscar Pistorius is having his parole hearing. It's been 10 years since he murdered his model girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp. The Steenkamp family is opposing his release. They believe Pistorius has not been completely honest about what happened the day their daughter was killed. eNCA reporter Heidi Giokos is watching this, and she joins us now with an update. Heidi, June has arrived and the Steenkamp family will make representations opposing the Pistorius parole.
Yes, exactly that, Masako. We were told yesterday by the legal representative of the Steenkamp family, Tanya Quinn, that indeed the Steenkamp family will be opposing the parole of Oscar Pistorius. For context purposes, what we do understand is that Oscar Pistorius was convicted for murder. Initially it was culpable homicide, but that was then appealed, and he was sentenced to 13.5 years for the murder of his then partner, Reeva Steenkamp. He is by law eligible for parole. He has served almost 8 years, so that's more than half of his sentence. What we do know is that a parole board will sit and deliberate on whether or not he should be granted that parole, but representations, of course, will be made by the Steenkamp family. We have been told that the family will be, of course, opposing this. And the reason for this is because they believe that Oscar Pistorius was never honest about why he actually shot his then partner, Reeva Steenkamp. Of course, we do know back from the trial in 2014 that he said that he thought Reeva, or rather he thought there was an intruder in the house, and this is why he fired 4 shots through the bathroom door, not knowing that his partner Reeva was actually in that bathroom, and tragically she lost her life. We got a chance to speak to the legal representative who outlines the reasons why they will be opposing the parole of Oscar Pistorius. Let's listen to Tanya Quinn on that.
Yes, she's going to make written representations, and then she will be making oral representations, which will be part of a victim impact statement, because she doesn't feel that he must be released. Yes. The Supreme Court of Appeal found that there were inconsistencies in his testimony. He could have clarified it. He did not testify in mitigation when he was afforded the opportunity to do so. So yes, they believe that, and they believe what the Supreme Court of Appeals found.
Is this the reason why they're also opposing Oscar to be released on?
Correct. Yeah. Unless he comes clean, they don't feel that he's rehabilitated.
And Heidi, we know that the Parole Review Board would have to also make recommendations to the Justice Minister, who will then make the decision. But how long does this process usually take, and will Oscar Pistorius also make representations there?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly how the process basically unfolds. And what we do know is that all will make representations. So the parole board will, of course, look at how long Oscar has been in prison for. We do know it's been 8 years. Also, his behavior in prison. We have been told that he has been very well behaved and basically rehabilitated. But that, of course, will be up to the parole board to and have all reports before them for consideration. It will then also be time for June Steenkamp, which is the mother of Reeva Steenkamp, to make representations. We saw her arrive here. We got a brief opportunity to her, and when I asked her the question, it's just unfortunate that the window was not rolled down, but we did hear about how she's very nervous, about how she doesn't feel as though Oscar has been rehabilitated, and she feels as though she has never really received the truth as to why her daughter was tragically on the 14th of February 2013. So the family has been very vocal about how they feel about this whole ordeal and that they've had to live with for many years. Basically indicating that it's going to be very difficult for June to sit with Pistorius today. He's actually, they are just further up here. Masako, maybe I should move out of shot to just give you, we can't see anything, but this is the Kgosi Mampuru prison here in Atteridgeville, where he is, where he has served his time and where this parole is being heard at this moment. And June Steenkamp really emphasized nervous, and it's not an easy time. It's very difficult for her to sit the man that has been convicted of murdering her daughter. So there will be representations from Oscar, from the Steenkamp family, and of course the parole board will have to make a decision and also consider, as I mentioned, all reports before them as to the eligibility of Oscar being released on parole, but also his behavior. He's at the Correctional Service Centre here in Atteridgeville.